Hi everyone and welcome, my name is Stumsy. Today we're going to be checking out 5 free and great sounding tape plugins for you to try out. Are they the best tape plugins in the market? I don't know. To me it's a very subjective thing when it comes to plugins or to music, but these are definitely worth a look. And you know, when trying out tape plugins I generally look for 3 things. The first thing is, how do they react to the content dynamically? What do they do to the peaks? The second thing is, how do they react to the content frequency wise? Do they roll off the top end, or do they add any harshness or remove any? And the third thing is, how do they react to the content harmonically? Do they add any saturation and how so? But before we take a look at them, it'd be great if you could actually subscribe to this channel, and also if you could share this video, that'd be awesome as well. Because throughout this month of December, I'm going to try to review as many free plugins and sample libraries as I can, and it'd be great if you could actually help me move this channel forward. Let's check it out. Okay, we'll first be listening to a very simple drum loop. Okay. So this is what it sounds like, and the first tape plugin that I picked was Signal Noise or Signal to Noise SN03 by Zenderspike, that you'll find in the description, of course, along with the other plugins. We've got an input and output controls. We've got 3 different frequency points for the high and low frequencies, with the record and repro filters, and then we've got a head bump that also affects the frequency content of the signal, and we've got a hiss button here and a hiss knob. And we've also got an anarchy button here that basically allows you to change the low frequency shelf of the plugin for the IEC and AES setting. Okay, and we've also got, of course, metering here with a hold button and a VU, the VU meter on and off, and this is for calibration. Let's listen to it without. With. Without. With. Without. With. Okay, so when this button is grayed out, it's actually on. When it's yellowish, it's off. Okay, let's actually play with some of the settings. Without. With. Back it off. Well, it definitely tames the peaks. Let's listen to really like the snap of the snare. So it's as if we actually put a blanket on it. You can actually add high frequency content, or remove some. Play with the head bump setting. Without. With. Without. And you've got a repro filter section here. Okay, listen to the texture of the snare. And now with the repro, yeah, it kind of changes the whole texture with the record setting, obviously. This is okay. So yeah, let's check out the second one. So the reason why I chose this one is because, well, first of all, be it in terms of dynamics, actually in terms of dynamics, there's still something going on. And I'm saying this because with some of the tape plugins I've tried, there was like nothing that actually changed in terms of dynamics. But in this case, everything's kind of rounded off, but in a pleasing way. So there's still something that that's happening in terms of front to back image. And also frequency wise, yeah, it's a really interesting sounding plugin as well, and very smooth, I think, in the top end. Okay, let's try out the second one. This is Chow. This one is more complex, so you've got lots of different settings: input gain, dry and wet, output gain. You've got filters. You've got tape bias, saturation, and drive. You can change the tone of the tape. You can change the tape loss. You can also degrade the signal, and you've also got a chew setting that basically chews up the tape. That's pretty cool. And you've got flutter and wow, which you don't have on the SN03. Let's listen to it without. With. So yeah, just to be clear about volume matching things, it's not always going to be easy, because the tape plugin and tape effect is actually taming the peaks, but at the same time the cymbals come up in terms of frequency, so things kind of appear louder, but they're not really, or they are, but in a different way. So it's a bit difficult. I think that the best thing to do is to just play with it and see what it sounds like. Play with the loss. This is really interesting. I like the tone of that. Okay. It really dampens the signal in a cool way. So you can really play with the tone of your signal with ChowTape. You've also got an IPS control here. Really cool degrade. Really cool stuff. Chew. I know I'm quickly going through this, but we won't have time to... So a very nice effect. And then we've got wow and flutter. This would certainly be more noticeable on, you know, on musical content, should I say. Harmonic content, rather. That's pretty cool still. So we've got all those options with ChowTape, and I think it's a great alternative if you need a lot of control on your sound. And I think the SN3G is slightly less flexible, but it's great sounding too. Okay, let's check out Tape Cassette 2 by Caelum Audio. Without. With. Without. With. We've got an IR function here. Let's actually activate it. But actually without and with. With. So yeah, it really changes the tone of the instrument. You've got noise, wow and flutter, nice, and saturation. Low pass filter. I really like low pass filters on tape plugins because they're quite smooth and they can be really useful on some content, you know, on acoustic guitars, for example, if you need to tame the very top end and you've got oversampling and a bunch of presets. Okay, let's carry on. Then we've got Ferric TDS MKII. So this is the second, or should I say the revision of the Ferric TDS that's available as 64-bit plugin now, as a 64-bit plugin now. So yeah, let's listen to that without. With. Without. With. So this plugin definitely has a lot of, you know, the dynamics thing. It's got a compressor-like action to the signal. Let's listen to it by let's actually mess around with the signal a bit. So you can really slam the signal with it, and let's not add any of the dynamics. So even when you don't play with that, and actually let's remove the limiter as well. So yeah, even without the dynamics and the limiter control, you still have a dynamic effect. What if we remove the saturation? Yep. Yeah, there's still something going on. Actually, the manual is really well made for this, so I really encourage you to read the manual. Always read the manual. Okay, let's drive it a bit more. Or a lot more, rather. Slow down the release. Sidechain. Yeah. Nice spanky sound, and we're actually attenuating some of the high frequencies as well. Yep. Listen to the snare. I think it's pretty cool. Maybe add a bit of great sound. Let's add the limiter. Very powerful tone. Okay, let's carry on. This is track 24 by Low Wave. Yeah. Good. So in terms of controls here, well, first of all, you've got VU meters, and you've also got oversampling here. You've got different, two different tape machines with different IPS. So basically tone control, so different characters. Then you've got the gain slider here, and you've got a texture slider for second or third order harmonics, depending on what you want to introduce into the sound. And you've got an output control, high pass and low pass filters, and a dry and wet control. You can also resize the plugin. Okay. Let's drive it more. Okay, that's too much. Listen to the hi-hat. They're all slightly different in tone. Low pass filter. Again, pretty smooth. Very cool. And dry and wet control. Let's actually introduce it progressively. Okay, sorry. Without. With. Very nice. Alright, so this one isn't a free tape emulation. It's part of the IK Multimedia tape collection, and I really like it. It's one of the ones that I use the most. And I just wanted to compare it to see if the free ones were actually far off in terms of tone and overall quality. So let's listen to it without and with. With. Without. With. Okay, let's compare them. So we've got sender spike first. Chow. Tape cassette. Ferrics. Track 24. Urax. I think that with the free ones, we could actually achieve some similar results, but there's some sort of low-end bloom that happens with the tape machine that I like. But the other ones are great too, and they're all very different. The Ferric is very dynamic and very punchy. So they've all got a very different character, and you can achieve great results with them. Let's listen to them in the context of one of my songs called There Is Beauty, If You Think There Is. And you'll find it in the description. Okay. It's an unfinished mix, by the way, this one. But you'll find a finished mix in the description.
Something at the back of my mind, I'll stop it moving from.
Okay, let's play with the SN3.
Something at the back of my mind, I'll stop it moving from side to side, and there's a secret. There's nothing to hide, and there is beauty. If you think there is, I'm in a moment. Something at the back of my mind, I'll stop it moving from side to side, and there's a secret. There's nothing to hide, and there is beauty. If you think there is, I'm in a moment.
Sorry about that.
If you think there is, I'm in a moment where everything I find is more enlightening, like stars aligned, just breathing before you change your mind, and there is beauty. I find is more enlightening, like stars aligned, just breathing before you change
pretty cool sound. Okay, let's play with the Chow.
If you think there is, I'm in a moment where everything I find is more enlightening, like stars aligned, just breathing before you change your mind when there is beauty. If you think there is, your passion's alive, ready to thrive, and there is nothing to hide. You've made up your mind, the drop in your eyes, your feelings inside. There is nothing to hide. You carry the light. Carry the
It's very difficult to add wow and not overdo it.
light. I'm gonna take it.
Actually, a faster rate with not much depth is pretty good. But you can instantly hear it on strings. It's crazy. Okay, let's remove it. Let's try the flutter.
I'm gonna take it. There is nothing to hide.
Without,
Made up your mind,
with,
the drop in your eyes,
without.
your feelings inside. There is nothing to hide.
It's pretty cool how we really change our perception of the low end with that. Yeah, great plugin. Let's try Tape Cassette.
Stars aligned, just breathing before you change your mind when there is beauty. If you think there is, your passion's alive, ready to thrive, and there is nothing to hide. You've made up your mind, the drop in your eyes, your feelings inside. There is nothing to hide. You carry the light. I'm gonna take it for a walk tonight, and we'll be breathing for the longest time, and there's no worry to be found in your
Yeah, so listen to the effect of Tape Cassette on the acoustic guitar and the top end in general.
heart, 'cause there is beauty. If you think there is,
Without?
we'll change the city into a message in the dark, illuminating everything in the sky. Just breathe out after you've
Without?
changed your mind. Well, there is beauty. If you think there is.
To me, the effect is not subtle. It really smooths out the top end, so you may need to add a bit of top end before that. And I believe that you have that option in Tape Cassette Pro, so there's a pro version of that. But sounds really good as it is. Ferrics.
Stars aligned, just breathing before you change your mind. When
With?
there is beauty. If you think there is.
Got to be careful with that because the dynamics have a strong effect on, especially on this track, because there's more volume than on the drums we tried before.
Stars aligned, just breathing before you change your mind. When there is beauty. If you think there is,
let's change the calibration.
I find this more enlightening, like stars align, just breathing before you change your mind, and there is beauty. If you think there is,
It's pretty cool.
everything I find is more enlightening, like stars align, just breathing before you change your mind, and there is beauty. If you think there is, I find it's more enlightening. There is, I'm in a moment where everything I find is more enlightening, like stars align, just breathing before you change your mind.
Listen to the sound of the drums without dynamics control. Without?
Beauty. If you think there is, I'm in a moment where everything I find is more enlightening, like stars align, just breathing before you change your mind, and there is beauty. If you
Sorry, we've added a bit of volume. Let's try it to volume match it.
everything I find is more enlightening, like stars align, just breathing before you change your mind, and there is beauty. If you think there is, your passion's alive.
Yeah, this should be better. Let's listen to it without.
I find it's more enlightening, like stars align, just breathing before you change your mind, and there is beauty. If you think there is, your passion's alive,
Without.
ready to thrive, and there is nothing to hide.
Let's reintroduce the saturation now.
You've made up your mind, the drop in your eyes, your feelings inside. There is nothing to hide. You carry the light.
I really love the sound of this compressor. Sounds awesome. Really lovely.
I'm gonna take you for a walk tonight, and we'll be breathing for the longest time, and there's no worry to be found in your heart, 'cause there is beauty. If you think there is, we'll change the city into a message in the dark, illuminating everything in the sky.
Lovely sound. Beautiful. Yeah, I love this one. Great job. Okay, track 24.
Your passion's alive,
With?
ready to thrive, and there is nothing to hide. You've made up your mind, the drop in your eyes,
No?
your feelings inside.
With?
There is nothing to hide. You carry the light. I'll change your mind, and there is beauty. If you think there is, you stop it moving from side to side, and there's a secret. There's nothing to hide, and there is beauty. If you think there is, I'm in a moment where everything I find is more enlightening, like stars align, just breathing before you change your mind, and there is beauty. If you
Type 3 is really dark.
think there is, there is something at the back of my mind. I'll stop it moving from side to side, and there's a secret. There's nothing to hide, and there is beauty. If you think there is, I'm in a moment.
The third order harmonics have more effect on the high mid-range and the top end of the instruments.
Where everything I find is more enlightening, like stars align, just breathing before
Yeah.
you change your mind, and there is beauty. If you think there is, back of my mind, I'll stop it moving from side to side. And there's a secret, there's nothing to hide, and there is beauty. If you think there is, I'm in a moment where everything I find is pouring lighting, like stars aligned. Just breathing before you change your mind, and there is beauty.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to volume match and get the tone that we want directly, but it's a beautiful sounding tape machine as well. I think that these emulations are all great. I don't know what you think, but yeah, to me they're quite cool, and I can see myself using them in my productions. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that you've enjoyed it. I think these are great tape emulations with, you know, very different characteristics and different settings, lots of features. You'll find them in the description. Don't forget to subscribe and to share this video if you can, and let's try to bring this channel forward together. That'd be great, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.